right, good morning. So we're going to start in a comfortable seat. You can start cross-legged if that feels comfortable for you. If you need to modify in any way your seat, please do. Take a moment to settle in, to feel your connection to the earth, to find your breath, the inhale and the exhale. Perhaps just by noticing the breath, it naturally starts to deepen and lengthen. Bring your attention to the top of the head and reach it all the way up so that your spine is so tall. Keep that breath flowing. Keep a softness in the face. Before we met together for our class, I was shuffling my intention cards, and this one grabbed my attention while I was shuffling. And so the intention that I'm going to bring to this class is: the presence of love will always cast out fear. The presence of love will always cast out fear. Right? There's a lot of fear, there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of emotions happening, and these are all really valid. However, we need to practice bringing ourselves back to love, bringing ourselves back to presence, back to balance, because many of the things happening on the outside we can't control. And so that's also where this fear comes in, this anxiety comes in about, I think a lot of this stuff is worried about stuff that could happen in the future. So let's just be in this space of love together. Yoga is a practice of getting to know ourselves on different levels: self-love, self-care, bringing awareness. It's also an immune boosting activity, as is being in this love, right? When we're in a state of fear, when we are in fight or flight, when our body is working overtime in this sympathetic nervous system, our body literally thinks that it's about to die, and so our immune system drops. When we move away from that fear, when we turn on the parasympathetic nervous system, when we deepen our breath, when we find presence, when we tap into love, we boost our immune system. We become stronger, healthier, more vital life force flowing through. So I'd like to do a breathing exercise with you that will increase strength of the lungs. Switch the cross of your legs, because we've been sitting here for a while as I've been talking to you about this. And we're going to come into square breathing. So the way that it will work is that we will inhale for a count of 4, hold the inhale for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 4, hold the exhale for a count of 4, and then inhale for a count of 4. And this will be the pattern. If at any point you can't hold the exhale or the inhale, that's okay. Come to a rhythmic inhale and exhale. But if you can do the breath retention, just try it. So the breathing will be done in and out through the nose. Let's take a full inhale and exhale together. And then inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4. I may have messed up. 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue on your own. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, and so on. Last full round. After the last held exhale, allow the breath to return to a natural rhythm and just take a moment with that experience, right? Reflecting on it, integrating it, knowing that it is a tool that you can carry with you. Notice how that focus brought you into presence. Perhaps focusing on that breath stilled the fluctuations of the mind. Ultimately, that is our goal of yoga, to still the fluctuations of the mind so that we can get a clearer picture of who we really are. Right? We can do this by focusing, choosing what we focus on. Today, we're going to focus on the presence of love. Bring the hands onto the heart center. We're going to honor our place of love within ourselves with the sound of Om. And we know that this place in us is connected to each other. First, the cleansing breath in the nose and out the mouth. Inhale for Om. Release the hands down. Start to make your way into a table. So come around to hands and knees, right? We were seated for quite a bit. So let's start to bring some movement in. Fan those fingers out nice and wide. Have a clawing action in the fingertips, some softness in the elbows, knees underneath hips. We're going to start to do a logical movement and a logical warm-up of the spine. So we're going to start with a cat-cow. Inhale, tilt the pelvis, drop the heart, raise the gaze. Exhale, press into the hands, begin to curl and round in the spine. Inhale, seat widens, belly drop, gaze rises. Exhale, we tuck the tail, we pull the belly in, we're spacious in the back of the heart, chin tucks. Continue to move like this. Yoga helps us to get out of the thinking mind and get into the energy through breath, through movements, right? We're connecting the body and the breath. And through this, we find presence. And all the while you're here in your yoga practice, I want you to keep coming back to the presence of love within you. Move yourself back into table. On an exhale, press your hips to the right, gaze over the right shoulder. So we're going to start to wag the tail. Inhale through center, exhale, hips to the left, gaze over the left shoulder. Inhale, center, exhale, wag to the right. Inhale, center, exhale, wag to the left. Keep the elbow soft and keep this wagging, right? So now we're getting into lateral flexion, side to side movements. Our elbows stay soft, our fingertips stay clawing. We stay rooted through the four corners of the hand, which is the base of the thumb, base of the pointer, base of the pinky, and the heel. Settle into stillness here. Thread the needle. Inhale, twist open with the left fingers, extend up towards the sky. Exhale, left hand laces under right, left cheek to the mat. You have an option with the right hand. It might stay on the earth and press you a little bit deeper. It might extend up to the sky, or it might drape behind the back, maybe coming around to that left hip. Shift the left hip a little bit to the left, press the back of that left hand, and through this integrity and rootedness, feel some deepening in your twist. Breathe here. Breathe love in. Breathe love out. Movement is medicine. Breath is the key to regulating the nervous system and finding presence. When we choose what our mind is focused on, we can still those fluctuations. We can move towards our highest, best self, right? This is yoga, finding presence and integration. Release the right hand to the earth if it was draped behind the back. Inhale, twist open with the left fingers, extend towards the sky. Exhale, left hand lands down. Inhale, twist open with the right fingertips. Exhale, right hand laces under left, right cheek to the mat. Perhaps you do something similar here. The left hand can plant and press and deepen the twist. It can extend up to the sky or drape behind the back. Maybe coming close to that right hip crease. Press the back of that right hand. Feel a deepening in the twist. Breathe. Self-love, self-care through breath and movements and intention. Staying in the presence of love. Release the left hand. Inhale, twist open with the right fingertips. Extend up towards the sky. Release that right hand down. Tuck your toes. Shift your seat back towards your heels. Straighten your legs. Downward facing dog. Take a few moments to pedal the feet, to shake out the head, and just be with your down dog. If at any point down dog becomes too much for you, know that you can lower the knees, you can come into a table. That's an okay place to be. Settle into stillness. Start to walk your hands back towards your feet. You're in a forward fold at the back of the mat. Your knees are just soft. Your torso is resting on the thighs or as close as it can. Let the head dangle. Let that neck be so released that when you release effort, the head still moves a little bit on its own. Inhale, halfway lift to a flat back. Bring your hands to your shins or your thighs. Keep the knees soft. Keep the weight distributed evenly across the bottoms of the feet. So we don't want to be in the heels or the balls. We want to be right in the center. And from the centered space, we extend from the hips to the head. Bring the left hand to that right calf. Twist open with the right fingertips to the sky. Breathe. Yoga is a lot about spinal health, right? We're always moving the spine in different directions to keep it supple, to keep it strong, to keep it flowing. We don't judge our range of motion that we notice. We just allow it to be what it is. And through awareness, we learn how to support ourselves. Release the right hand to the left calf. Inhale, twist open with the left fingers to the sky. Keep breathing. Release that hand, release the torso, soften the knees a lot, and then on an inhale, begin to roll the torso up one vertebrae at a time. Eventually coming all the way up to stand, reaching the arms up, 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 up. Coming up onto the balls of the feet. So now your heels are lifted. And then you're going to start to reach through the left fingertips and then through the right. And you're going to move a little bit and maybe stay on the balls of the feet. Maybe you get a little wobbly. Maybe the heels need to come down. But you do this with a lightheartedness, right? You do this with love. You do this with kindness and compassion. You don't judge what's happening. You just kind of explore. Play a little bit. And then settle yourself into a strong, sturdy mountain. You can release the hands down to the sides. The crown of the head reaches up, the gaze is forward. The shoulders pull back, the heart reaches forward. The shoulder blades snuggle, the fingers drop and reach down. The hips are square, the belly is strong. There's a little bit of softness in the knees, and you root through the three corners of the feet. Under the ball of the big toe, ball of the baby toe, and the heel. Steady mountain. The presence of love will always cast out fear. Here I stand with integrity and strength, with love radiating from the center of my being. And this place in me is connected to the center in you that is also radiating at the vibration of love. This is the divine thread that connects everyone and everything. Know that the world around us is shifting and changing, ultimately seeking to find balance. And so we can assist this shift by finding balance within ourselves. That's why we are here practicing yoga. Move with love. Inhale, rise, reach tall. Exhale, soft knees, fold forward and down. Inhale, halfway lift to a flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, walk out, downward facing dog. Inhale, glide forward into high plank. Exhale, lower your knees, bend your elbows, lower your torso all the way to the mat. Inhale, peel up your head and shoulders, baby cobra. Press your hips, press your feet. I want you to stay here for a few rounds of breath. Find lightness in those hands. Find length in the back of the neck. Feel your strength in the upper shoulders, or the backs of the shoulders, the back of the heart. Feel the steadiness in the hips and the feet. And on your next exhale, tuck your toes, press your seat back towards your heels, straighten your legs, downward facing dog. Start to walk the hands back towards the feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reach tall. Exhale, hands through hearts. So we're going to play with some balance here because balance really helps us to find presence. And so today I want to do tree pose. Right, when we do yoga, we are reminded that we are connected to everyone and everything in nature. And we're reminded a lot through the names of the postures, right? Tree. So when we come into this tree, we can embody a tree. Bring your hands onto your hips. Shift the weight to the right leg. Left knee bends. Either the left heel comes to the right ankle. This is a kickstand. Or you can bring the left foot anywhere along the inside of that right leg. Press evenly between the foot and the leg to help hold the balance. Dial that left thigh back. Reach the top of the head up. So you are a sturdy tree through your right trunk leg. You have an option to raise the arms up in a classic way. If you'd like to play a little bit more with your balance, be a little bit creative, back of the left hand on the left thigh. Inhale, right arm extends up tall. Exhale, drop that shoulder down. Feel spacious in the heart. Steady gaze, side sway to the left. You may feel it get a little bit windy, right? You'll feel yourself wavering in the right ankle. That's us building resiliency and strength. Don't judge yourself if you lose your balance. Just come back in. Make sure that you're breathing. Balance out the effort with some ease. Soft fingertips, soft toe tips. Maybe a smile on your face if you begin to fall a little bit. Inhale through center, exhale, start to release it down. Take a moment, find your mountain. Steady like a mountain that is now going to turn into a tree. So shift the weight to the left leg, find your tree on this side. Know that you can always bring yourself to a wall if you need to. Press evenly between the foot and the leg to hold the balance. This side might feel totally different, right? So I invite you to just be without expectation and just let it be its own thing. Perhaps if you did the side sway, back of the right hand on that right thigh, left fingers extend, exhale, side sway to the right. We keep a soft but steady gaze. We keep a breath that's flowing through the heart center. Breathing love in, breathing love out. All while staying steady, pressing the right foot and the left leg together, dialing that right hip back, and rooting through the left foot. From this rooting, you can feel the energy coming all the way up, filling up your energy centers through the top of the head. We're finding balance within ourselves, literally on all levels. Bring yourself back through center, release to a mountain. Take a moment with your experience. Inhale, rise, reach tall. Exhale, soft knees, fold forward and down. Inhale, halfway lift to a flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, walk yourself out, downward facing dog. Inhale, glide forward into high plank. Exhale, you're going to lower your right knee down to the mat. Turn your right toes out to the right. Drop your left heel and open your left fingers to the sky. Now we are in an assisted side plank. You have an option if you want to float that left leg up to hip height. Again, it's just an option. Nothing in my classes are mandatory except for breathing. And I do also invite you to keep carrying the intention, right? The presence of love. Next option, bend that left knee, reach back with the left hand, take a hold of the foot. Perhaps you press the foot into the hand and then you start to rotate your heart to the sky. Our love just radiating towards the sun and the stars and the moon. And I have lightness in my face and I'm breathing. Release that leg. Release the left foot. Inhale, torso rises. So now you're standing on your right knee and your left leg is long and your arms are out to the side. So we're going to come into gate pose. Left hand drops on the left thigh. Inhale, right arm extends up tall. Exhale, side sway to the left. And we're going to think about knitting the ribs, pulling the low belly in, lengthening the low back a bit, keeping that, and then dialing the right shoulder back. So again, open heart space. Always seeking to have an open heart space. Allowing love to flow freely. Inhale through center. Exhale, turn yourself back into a high plank. And then this time, drop your left knee, tuck your left toes, turn your left foot out to the left, drop your right heel, fan your right fingers open to the sky, assisted side plank. Find your steadiness, option to float that right foot. I flex that right foot, I reach through the heel and equally reach through the top of my head. My center body is strong. My mind is focused on body and breath and the presence of love. And I remember that I am connected to everyone and everything. Bend that right knee. If you did so on the other side, take a hold of the foot, press the foot into the hand, open that heart. And because I am connected to everyone and everything, the care and love that I give to myself benefits the highest good, right? My individual self-care and self-love is important to the self-love and self-care of everyone and everything, right? This shift starts with the self. Slowly begin to release yourself, release that foot, torso rises. We're gonna set up for gate pose. Right hand lowers to that right thigh, left bicep hugs the ear. Dial that left shoulder back. Perhaps the gaze rises, softness in the face. Inhale through center. Exhale, I'm going to release myself back around into a high plank just for a moment. I'm going to be steady and strong in this high plank. And then I'm going to drop the knees, bring the feet together, knees wide, and press it back into a child's pose, a wide leg child's pose. Arms out in front, forehead to the mat. Let that heart melt forward. With each inhale, you can feel that spine lengthening. With each exhale, you feel the heart melting towards the earth. Anahata. That is the name of our heart chakra, the place where our love resides. Breathe into this space. Let it melt towards the earth. If you'd like to stay here, you can. If you want to come into Anahatasana, which would be a little bit of a deeper opening in that heart space, then you can come up into your table, and instead of dropping your heels back, start to walk your hands forward and melt the forehead or the chin, and then the seat goes wide, but the seat is lifted up off of the heels, and this is a deeper opening in that heart chakra, Anahatasana. Breathe love in, breathe love out. Don't judge which posture you need to be in, but allow that. Yoga is not about the pose, it is about the spaciousness and the balance and the love that you can create for yourself by finding wholeness and integration with body, breath, mind, and spirit. Slowly start to walk the hands in. Bring yourself into, if it's okay for you, a hero's pose. So you're going to bring the knees, the shins, the feet together, and you're going to sit on the heels. Know that if you can't sit on the heels and you need to do a different seated posture, that's okay. We're going to practice that square breathing again that we did earlier. So bringing that breathing exercise back in to integrate. So to remind you, it's going to be an inhale for 4, a hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold the exhale for 4. So you'll begin, I'll cue the first one. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1, and begin the inhale again. Keep your counts. Last full round. And then release that square breathing. Bring yourself back to a natural rhythm of the breath. Slowly release yourself into a table. Take a few moments and just explore free-form movements. Moving your spine in connection with your breath. Using this as a tool to just tune into what you need in this moment, right? When we start to do this on our yoga mat, then in our lives, we can more clearly tune into what we need to do to support ourselves, right? To keep ourselves healthy, to keep our immune system boosted, to bring some fluidity into the body, because we know that movement is medicine, right? Since we are integrated whole human beings, when our body is healthy, then our breath and energy is flowing in a more free way, then our emotions are more positive, then our logical mind is more open to truth and wisdom, and in turn, through balancing all of these parts, we tune into the spirit. Eventually, slowly turn yourself back into downward facing dog. Take a moment in your down dog, exploring some movements. I'd like you to explore actually inhale, lifting up the heels, come onto the balls of the feet, exhale, lowering the heels down. Inhale, raising up the heels, coming to the balls of the feet, exhale, lower the heels down. Do this a few more times. Inhale, raising up the heels, exhale, lowering them down. 2 more. Giving our feet some love. Last one. Soften the knees, look forward. Now walk your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reach tall. Exhale, hands through hearts. Find your mountain. Find your steadiness. And then from here, we're going to bring the hands to the hips, step the left foot to the back of the mat, fan the left toes open, bend the right knee. We want the right knee over the right ankle, right arm out in front, left arm back behind. We're coming into warrior 2. Yoga teaches us that we are warriors of peace and love and light. Right? So be with that. Keep your heart space open. Keep some lightness in the fingers. As we're working on strength in that right leg, we also root through that left heel. We keep our breath flowing. Inhale, flip the front palm, find a reverse warrior, left hand drapes. Exhale, bring the right forearm to the right thigh. Left bicep hugs the ear. We're in a high extended side angle. I want you to lift up out of the left shoulder and reach through the left fingers as much as you root through that left heel. Belly is strong, tail lengthening down. My gaze is somewhere that feels comfortable, which may be up, maybe forward, maybe down. Inhale, rise, reach tall. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Turn your right toes parallel with your left. Keep your knees soft. Arms out to the sides. Exhale, fold halfway. Reach the top of the head forward. Roll the thighs back. Distribute the weight evenly across your feet. Know that you can stay here if you want a little bit more core in your life, or release forward. Release the hands, release the head, and take a moment. Prasarita Padottanasana, wide leg forward fold. And I'm going to invite you to explore some movements in your forward fold, which could include bending the knees, swaying the torso from side to side, shaking out the head, twisting, whatever calls. Breath flowing, love flowing. Noticing how this practice affects you. The physical body, the energy running through it, that emotional part of you, that wise parts of you and your spirits. Settle into stillness, soften those knees, bring the hands to the hips. Inhale, rise. Turn the left toes forward, find warrior 2 on the left. We are warriors of peace, love, and light. My gaze is soft, my fingertips are soft, my belly is strong, my tail is lengthened, my left knee is squeezing open, my right heel is rooting down. Inhale, flip the front palm, reverse or radiant warrior. Exhale, left forearm to the left thigh, right bicep hugs the ear, right shoulder dials back. Extended side angle, so long in the side of my body. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to hips. Turn the right toes parallel with the left. You might heel toe your feet in a little bit closer. I want to do some opening for the shoulders. Here, you're either going to hold opposite elbows or interlace the fingers at the base of the spine. Pull the shoulder blades together. Inhale, press the hips, peel the heart. Exhale, soft knees, fold forward and down. Let the arms raise up off the low back. Be careful not to lock those elbows, a little bit of softness. Give the wrists some love, so keep integrated with the heels of the hands together. Knees stay soft, weight stays distributed evenly across the feet. On an inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Find your mountain. Inhale, rise, reach tall. Exhale, soft knees, fold forward and down. Inhale, halfway lift to a flat back. Exhale, plant the hands. I want you to just come down into a table. And then drop your seat and bring your legs out in front. So we're going to come into a seated long leg forward fold. Flex those feet, soften those knees, root your seat, reach the top of the head, up, up, up. Inhale here, exhale, start to walk yourself forward. Find your edge safely, without judgment, without forcing, but allow. Be with the presence of love. Love for yourself, love for your body, love for your display of this posture just as it is. Love for each breath that you're taking in and out as you move vital life force through your body. Love radiating from your center and surrounding you like a beautiful little swirly bubble. Maybe even a smile on the face. On an inhale, start to walk yourself up. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees out wide. We're going to come into a butterfly shape. My favorite, butterfly. So soles of the feet together, knees wide, hands pulling on the shins, maybe just above the ankles, shoulder blades pulling back. My spine is tall, my face is soft. And on an exhale, start to bend the elbows, coming into your display of this posture, which may include the heart melting to the feet and the head releasing to the earth, or it may not include that, and don't stress yourself out, right? Because each being displays these postures in their own individual way. And how beautiful and amazing is that? right? We're all different, unique, yet still interconnected through this divine thread of love, right? Breathe. On an inhale, start to walk yourself back up. Take a moment to let that energy unwind. Bring the hands to the knees, bring the feet to the earth. Lengthen the left leg long. Step the right foot over the left leg. Root that foot on the outside of that left leg. Flex the left foot. Bring the right hand back behind you. Inhale, left fingers extend tall. We extend the fingers to lengthen the spine. We keep the length in the spine and find our twist. Left elbow presses on the outside of that right thigh. Gaze over the right shoulder. Staying rooted through our right fingers, our seats, and our left heel. Staying expansive and spacious through the top of the head, with softness in the face and flowing breath. Here, an intention of being and calling in the presence of love. Slowly bring yourself back through center. Uncross that right leg. Bring the left knee in. Left foot steps over the right leg. Right foot flexed. Left hand comes back behind you. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, find that twist. Keep breathing. Keep choosing your focus. Slowly release yourself back through center. Release the left leg long. Know that we're going to make our way onto our backs. So slowly, carefully, mindfully come onto your back. Bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little snuggle. Rock a little left, a little right. Massage that low back. Maybe even roll onto the sides of the hips. And we're going to set up for an active bridge pose. Releasing the feet down, arms long next to the sides. We root the feet, we press the palms, pull the shoulder blades together, press the back of the head, tilt the chin up. From this rootedness and connection, we rise with the hips. Breathe. Keep actively pressing the head, actively pressing the hands and the feet. Release the hips. Feet wide, knock the knees in. So know that the next place I want to offer, if you have a block or something the shape of a block, maybe a book, I would like to move us into a supported bridge. But if you don't have a prop, you can do what we just did before. Bring your feet to center. Raise your hips up. The block or the book will go under the base of the spine. This is the sacrum. And it should feel steady and comfortable when you release your weight here. And I want to invite you to either stay like so, or if you want more sensation in the back and the fronts of the hips, you can begin to walk the legs long towards the bottom of the mat and just kind of let them fall in or out. Let the arms release and just be here with your breath. Come back to the intention. The presence of love will always cast out fear. If you notice the mind running into the past or into the future, I want you to try to mindfully notice that. This is the mindfulness piece of yoga, that it teaches us that we are not the emotions. We have these emotions, right? But we don't necessarily have to entangle in the storm that comes with them. We can witness them, we can feel them, we can process them, and then we can let them go. Right? We don't need to hold them. Let them pass. Just like storm clouds in the sky, let them pass. They bring you messages that you need to hear, and then you can choose to let them go. And then you can bring yourself back to the presence of love. So softly, you start to bring your feet back towards you if your legs are long. You want to move very carefully from this transition. Press into the feet, raise the hips, remove the block or the book, and just let the hips lower down and be still. Neutralize the base of the spine here. Once you've found this neutral spine, you can begin to explore movements, which may include knees in, may include rocking, but be careful, be mindful, be open and curious. Let's give our hips a little bit of love. So release the feet down. We'll do a reclined pigeon. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Flex that foot. Know that you can stay just like so, or bring the left thigh into the chest. Lace the hands around that thigh. Flex both feet. Press the right elbow into the right thigh. Gaze soft, your eyes closed. Bringing yourself into the presence of love. Love for the self. Love for everyone and everything in nature. Doing your parts by finding balance within yourself and then radiating this balanced, loving energy so that it surrounds you, right? Like that swirly little rainbow bubble. And so you begin to attract similar energy towards yourself. Release the grip of the thigh, bring the left foot to the earth. Keep the right ankle on the left thigh. Arms come out like a goalpost or a T. And this figure four will drop to the left and the gaze will turn to the right. I have the sole of my right foot on the earth, and this just gets a little bit deeper into the outside of my right hip, as well as taking me into a twist. Be with your breath. Slowly release yourself through center, uncross that leg, left ankle over right thigh, foot flex, take it into this reclined pigeon if you did so on the other side, flexing the feet, protecting the knees, not judging any differences, but building awareness around what's happening in the body. Through this awareness, we know how to support ourselves as we move forward, right? Move forward with our day, move forward in our general life journey. Start to tune in to how this practice is affecting you. The practice of movements, of breathing, of intentional movements and breathing. Slowly release the grip of the legs, right foot releases, figure four stays, arms come out to a T, both knees drop to the right, the gaze turns to the left. We're moving towards more softness and ease. We're moving towards strength through surrender. Ultimately, at the end of this eightfold yoga path, the last niyama is Ishvara Pranidhana, or it might not be the last one or second to last one, but know that in what we're searching for is ultimately surrendering ourselves to God, surrendering ourselves to the divine, surrendering ourselves to something much larger than ourselves, right? Because we can't control really anything except for how we choose to show up and what we focus on. Bring yourself back slowly. Oof, I like this one. This one was nice. Bring it back. Know that you're going to move into any last movements that you need to. This can also include gathering some blankets or coverings or sweatshirts, anything to snuggle yourself. And before you settle into your, or after you settle in, I'm going to read you a poem today. Yes, I did not offer an inversion. So if it's calling you and you want to put your legs up, know that you can do that. You can simply lay on the back and raise the legs up to 90 degrees. You could put them against a wall. You could drape them on a couch. You can also do your final rest in this elevated leg position. Find a space, be it in a supported inversion or be it lying on the back in stillness. Take a deep inhale. Take a full exhale. Waking up is hard to do. You see, I want a lot. Perhaps I want everything. The darkness that comes with every infinite fall, and the shivering blaze of every step up. So many live on and want nothing, and are raised to the rank of prince by the slippery ease of their light judgments. But what you love to see are faces that do work and feel thirst. You love most of all those who need you, as they need a crowbar or a hoe. You have not grown old, and it is not too late to dive into your increasing depths, where life calmly gives out its own secrets. I'll call you back when it's time. Shavasana. Before you begin to move, I want you to be aware in this moment. Be aware of your divinity. Be aware of your connection through a divine thread of love to everyone and everything. And feel this peace that you have cultivated within yourself. And feel how it can just begin to radiate out from your center, from your heart space, from your toe tips, your fingertips, from the top of your head. From this space of surrender, begin to come back to movement, to deepening breath, to perhaps a deeper awareness of who you really are. Eventually, you'll make your way to a seat. You may take a moment in a fetal position. You may simply roll right up to seated. Really, how you transition is up to you. But I want you to do it very softly, very kindly, with lots of love. The presence of love will always cast out fear. Right? Keep this with you. Keep bringing yourself back and anchoring into this love. When your day gets crazy, when things around you are chaotic, and you kind of lose your grip a little bit, pause, breathe, find that presence of love within yourself. Right? Take these tools with you off of the mat, into the world, into your life. Be the example of how to live in this way. We'll end our class with a chant, Loka Samasta Sukhinu Bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may my thoughts, words, and actions in some way contribute to happiness and freedom for all. Swami Satchidananda's translation: may the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. 3 times, followed up by an Om. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Palms together, thumb to the third eye. Inhale, we look up. We are grateful for our connection to everyone and everything. We bow forward, we seal this in, we root with the earth. The part in me that is connected to everyone and everything through a divine thread of love sees that part in you and is grateful for that, right? For that reflection. Namaste. Give me one moment.